Kentucky 4-H Project Go. Today we're focusing on a craft project that's very popular at 4-H Summer Camp. My name is Joey Bernard and I'm an Extension Specialist for 4-H Youth Development. Crafting is a fun way to express creativity as simply or elaborate as you like. Working with your hands is a great stress reliever and it allows you to focus your time and attention on the project. You can choose to spend as much time as you like on the craft or even set it aside to finish later. In this activity, you'll practice measuring skills, become familiar with duct tape, and explore how to use it to create a homemade wallet. You're encouraged to be as creative as you like. Construct multiple wallets with different colors and different types of duct tape if time and supplies allow. I hope you enjoy this very popular 4-H camp craft. Let's review the materials we'll need for this project. First, 2 rolls of duct tape of 2 different colors, a ruler, and a pair of scissors or an X-Acto knife. You'll also need a hard surface. A quick safety tip. When working with young participants, it is recommended that you use scissors for this project. Only when there can be immediate adult assistance should an X-Acto knife be used. Cuts can happen very quickly, so use caution. Another quick tip, your scissors can get sticky fairly quickly. Use alcohol wipes to clean off the scissors and keep them working effectively. Let's go to step number 1. Decide which color duct tape you would like to have be the outside of your wallet. I'm going to choose this turquoise color. Next, you'll want to measure 4 8.5 strips of 1 color duct tape. What I like to do is to take my ruler and hang it over the edge of the hard surface just a little bit. I'll place the tip of the duct tape right at 8.5 inches and then take my scissors and very carefully cut at the edge of the ruler just like so. Next, you'll flip one piece of duct tape over and place another on top of it. Now we're placing this together, sticky sides together, and make sure the edges line up as well as possible. Take another piece of duct tape and place it over the 2 edges you just put together, overlapping them so that this piece is about 3 inches wide. So as we'll see here, this duct tape is right at 2 inches, and so I want to lay this sticky side down, just like so. So this creates a 3-inch wide piece of duct tape. Next, flip this piece over so this sticky side is up, and take your last piece of duct tape and lay over the top, just like so. Now let's repeat this step. You'll need 4 more pieces of duct tape that's 8.5 inches long. Take one piece, flip it over so it's sticky side up. Take another piece of duct tape and lay on top, just so the edges match up as best as you can. Take a third piece of duct tape, and let's make that 3-inch wide piece. So get your ruler back out. Lay this piece just like so. Now we have a 3-inch wide piece. Flip that over so this sticky side is up, and take your last piece of duct tape and place like so. You now have your 2 sides of your wallet. Step number 2. Line up the two wallet sides together and trim them so there's no sticky part showing and the edges match up perfectly. You may have to trim them a bit to get them to match up just right. So what I'd like to do is start with one piece, and we see that we've got some sticky edge here. And I'm just going to trim that edge off, just like so. Flip it around if you have to, and cut off any sticky edges, just like that. We'll do the same for the second piece. Now we want to lay them on top of each other, put one end together, and let's see just how close we got to making these match up perfectly. This side looks good. This looks a little long here, so let's trim that off. Perfect. Set this aside, get your ruler back out, and we'll need one more 8.5 inch piece of tape. This is step number 3. This piece will need to cut lengthwise right down the middle. I like to pull up one edge of the duct tape here, finding the center, and we're just going to safely cut right down the middle, just like that. Place this piece of duct tape on the bottom of the wallet, and this is going to secure these two pieces together. This will create the bottom of your wallet. Take this piece and let's cut this piece in half widthwise. These will help secure the sides of your wallet. What I like to do from here is to lay it so the sticky side is up. I'll fold this piece over, just like so, creating a nice, even edge, and I'll do the same thing on this side. Now, we have our wallet with the cash section that you can put cash or change or anything here, but we need to trim these edges. That way it's a perfect rectangle. So anywhere that I see any sticky duct tape that's exposed, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to safely trim off those edges like so. For step number 4, we're going to grab our other colored duct tape and we're going to measure out 4-inch strips of duct tape. I've already pre-cut those for time's sake, but let's put these out on the table. With these 4-inch pieces of duct tape, we're going to do the same thing that we did to make the outside of the wallet. So we'll take one of these pieces, lay it on its end, sticky side up, take another piece of duct tape, and let's lay right on top to match up the edges as best we can. Next, we're going to use our ruler again, and we're going to create a 3-inch piece of duct tape using that third piece. Let's flip that over so this sticky side is up. And we're going to close it off with our fourth piece of duct tape. Once more, we're going to trim. Anywhere you see sticky duct tape, we're going to trim off that excess like so. Now let's move on to step number 5. Measure out 4 4-inch pieces of tape, and we're going to do things a little different this time. We're going to turn one piece over so it's sticky side up, and we're going to match up the edges with the second piece. And instead of placing this piece of duct tape over to make a 3-inch piece, we're going to stick these two pieces together. So let's do the same thing we just did. Lay this piece of duct tape over, sticky side up. And let's lay this fourth piece of duct tape on top. Let's match up the edges as best we can. And now let's take a look. We're going to trim the excess once more of any sticky duct tape that we see. Let's place these two pieces together and see how close we got to making these match up. This piece is a little long, so I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to safely trim these so they are the same width. These are going to be your card holders that are going to go here. This is going to be your ID holder, which will go here. Step 6, cut out 3 4-inch pieces of duct tape of the first color. Cut all these pieces in half lengthwise and fold the wallet in half to find the center. Oops, I made an error. I cut these widthwise instead of lengthwise. So let's start all over. Now, we're going to cut these lengthwise to make 6 thin strips of duct tape. Or excuse me, 8 thin strips of duct tape. Let's take our wallet and fold it in half, finding the center of the wallet. There's our center. Let's place our ID holder in the wallet to make sure it fits properly. When folded in half, the ID holder should fit perfectly on that side of the wallet. It looks like it sticks out a little bit, so let's trim the excess just a little bit. I'm going to take about 1/4 of an inch off to make sure it fits properly. Taking one of your strips of color number 1, we're going to secure the bottom of the ID holder, like so. Let's go ahead and secure the sides using 2 more pieces of duct tape. Let's trim the excess. Let's go ahead and place the credit card holders on the other side. We'll start with our first, and we'll place it at the top just like this so it aligns with the ID holder. Next, we'll take the second piece and put just below. This will create 2 different pockets on the right side of the wallet. I'm going to hold this securely with one hand, and I'm going to tape the right edge to begin with. Just like so. I'm going to take another piece, and I'm going to secure this left side. Now that the sides are secure, I can flip it over and secure the other side of the duct tape. Let's trim this excess. Let's not forget about the bottom. Let's admire our progress. We have a nice money pocket, we have an ID holder, and 2 credit card holders. Fold the wallet in half. Now we have our very own duct tape wallet. Great job. How did you do? Let's reflect on the experience and think about the following questions. What was the easiest step in this project? What was the hardest? Is there something you would do differently the next time you make a duct tape wallet? Did you make any mistakes like I did? What did you learn from your mistakes? Are there parts of the design that you would like to change? How could you make the best wallet even better? Thank you for joining me today for the Kentucky 4-H Project Go focused on camp crafts. For more information regarding 4-H Summer Camp, check with your local county extension office. Have a great day.